Good day. My name is Diana Collin.
And I'm Jose Castro with the March 19, 2007 edition of C-Scope. Starting out with the follow-up of the contract negotiations between the three unions, board member Barbara Dunshith responds to the Chronicle's last issue. Dunshith said misleading accusations were printed in the Chronicle's contract negotiations articles. Dunshith claims that the assertion of millions of dollars of excess money is simply false. The assertion of money laundering is false. The assertion of using money to complete cost overruns for the building project is false. Trustee Dunshith's entire letter can be viewed on www.cycron.com in the Labor Relations section.
Cypress College celebrates Women's History Month in the annual Day of Expression. Last Tuesday, March 13, they had poetry, singing, and speeches from many guests. Marjorie Lewis, Cypress College president, was awarded for her outstanding service to women in 2007.
For you, and we're going to start with a welcome by our president, Marjorie Lewis.
Thank you, Mary, and I'm going to emulate her and try to use my loud teaching voice and not have to use the mic. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really want to thank Mary and Regina Rhymes and the others of you who worked so hard to put this event on. And I could have forgotten some of the history. I struck Bob's scared. Yeah, it's nice to put those names out of our minds.
Excellent. But I would say, you know what, I aspire to be like them, and they're great role models. Two of them are women. One was a Kobe star. And over the years, you've been very instrumental in supporting and encouraging this event. And we're here to say thank you, not only for the support and encouragement that you've provided for this event, but to say thank you for everything that you've done. But more importantly, for being really a select
wonderful poet, and playwright, and a writer. And some people have handouts, otherwise you can follow the PowerPoint presentation. And of course she was born in Rockland, Maine in 1892.
Because of what I just said, but some of them are also HIV positive. Many of them as a result of being married to this man that caught the disease and gone. We're familiar with this scenario, but what is the added challenge in this situation in Nigeria is the cultural aspect of it. These women are now disowned by both sides of the family, their families and the in-laws, because it's a taboo, it's a negative social phenomenon.
I came to this country when I was 4 years old, and I'm going to tell you a story about a spectacular woman. She lived to be 102. And I'm going to begin with a poem. Canela. Translated, that means cinnamon.